we have the star in boxing with Canelo, but I'm telling you one thing, this guy is gonna be the star.
The knockout streak continues. The fame spreads wider. And as Ryan Garcia chases glory, the bar gets elevated one notch higher.
That was just a warning of what was yet to come.
After the masses doubted his words of confidence, his actions backed him up, passing the acid test in remarkable style. The big names will be calling for their piece of the action as the California Kid sets the standard in the division, gradually rising towards the top of the rankings alongside increasing his rapidly growing popularity.
The most known 19-year-old boxer out there right now.
So if you fancy sticking around for a bit longer, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as we take a look back over 10 most shocking knockouts of Ryan Garcia's career. Early doors, we kickstart with a hop back to 2016, where Ryan faced Mexican journeyman Jose Martinez.
6 rounds in the lightweight division.
Someone who carried a heavy amount of losses on his record, but one who nonetheless stood his ground, making Garcia think and work every minute of the fight.
In Tijuana, Mexico, a good right hand landed by Ryan.
After a number of jabs had landed, a crisp hook sent Martinez stumbling.
Oh! He stuns Martinez, go upstairs, there he's going to the body, letting his hands go is Ryan Garcia.
But after failing to finish him then and there, Garcia's sense of confidence grew as he went to work, putting him away by the second.
There he goes down, and Rudy Barragan jumps in, it is over. A second round stoppage for Ryan Garcia.
2 months later, it was the turn of Louisiana mixed martial arts fighter Devin Jones. Inexperienced in the boxing world, Jones's 3 previous professional fights didn't seem to give him any edge when stepping in with Ryan, as he felt pressure from the green light.
In boxing.
Oh, that was a good right hand. Good right hand. He catches Devin Jones in the southpaw stance.
The recklessness of Jones made easy work for Garcia after timing and countering him as he rushed in, time and time again.
The white, and there it is. Oh, it is over.
Now improves to 8-0. He's certainly a prospect to look out for.
Oscar De La Hoya talked about Ryan Garcia over and over and over. You better pay attention, because Oscar is heaping some big praise on the 18-year-old.
Another Mexican to add to the list, but this time one that burdened him with a little pressure as Macias had already been knocked out in a round by Gervonta Davis a year prior, leaving him the task of making an even bigger statement than his rival.
Kid has some pop, has some style, has some sizzle.
And from the start, it was obvious the Golden Boy carried all the advantages in every department, making it a near impossible task for Macias to have any success. By the midpoint of round 1, enough was enough.
That stuns him, and it is over. A first round KO for Ryan Garcia.
Moving swiftly, Garcia had picked up momentum, obtaining 4 knockouts in a row. And shortly after knocking down Miguel Carrizosa for the first time, he'd soon gain his 5th.
And Ryan Garcia comes away with a spectacular knockout. He told me when I saw him backstage, I might give you a wink. Didn't give him a chance to wink.
One of very few opponents that matched Garcia in terms of height, as Cesar Valenzuela stepped in next.
8 rounds this scheduled for the Junior NABF Super Featherweight Championship.
Showing little aggression and a lack of committing to his work presented Ryan with yet another easy night's work after a first-round knockdown showed who's boss.
Do this whenever I want. There it is, though. You can't do it whenever you want if your name is Ryan Garcia.
Weathering the storm, his opponent managed to stick around until the 3rd, where a fierce last-minute hook put a stop to the contest.
He catches Ryan, but then he gets caught with the left hand. And Tony Zaino has stopped the fight right before the bell that signaled the 3rd round.
2018 had come, and now appearing on his 14th professional bout, former bantamweight Fernando Parra would be next in the firing line. Amounting over 30 previous wins, Parra favored the Golden Boy in experience. However, none of this seemed to reflect on the night, as both seemed to be evenly matched.
It's still fast, so...
The shorter man presented Garcia with a few things he wasn't used to, sneaking in close to land body shots, and also utilizing good head movement. But shortly after landing a lightning one too straight down the pipe, a second right hand followed by devastating left hook sent the Mexican crashing to the canvas. Towards the latter of the year, Ryan would enter one of the world's biggest stages as he faced Julio Rodriguez on the undercard of Canelo v. Fielding at New York's MSG. The heated weigh-in gave the bout a feeling of animosity between both men, and one that would surely lead to an exciting turn of events.
Julio Rodriguez, 30 years of age, going up against 16-0 Ryan Garcia.
A tentative start seemed to plague both men, but slowly and surely Garcia's pressure and antics caught up with the Dominican fighter, putting him down early doors.
Immediately, a hard jab already. He's trying to survive.
A gazed and unsteady Rodriguez got back to his feet, and through desperation doing whatever he could to get back into the fight. Ultimately, the speed, power, and skill of Ryan proved all too much for his opponent, as a fifth-round rally seemed about to an end.
Another one, and a hook, and down he
This is over.
It was at this point his knockout power had started to gain familiarity with the fans, much similar to his unique hand speed. And when he stepped in with Romero Duno, he proved even with the greatest of pressure, he could still comfortably produce diamond performances.
Able to land that right now. He's down, he goes. Right hand and a hook, and Duno's hurt. Wow, it's over.
We keep the heads moving around. There we go. Fire in my heart.
Now carrying the WBC silver title, his rank on the food chain has started to rise. But next up, the 25-2 opponent in Francisco Fonseca, who had previously mingled at world level, appeared to be his toughest opponent on paper, one that could quite easily upset the apple cart.
You know the smile, you know the power. Can he do it as he takes on tougher and tougher competition?
Evidently, this wasn't the case, as Garcia held the center strong, clipping Fonseca consistently with sharp check hooks, then momentarily after, landing the same shot, putting Fonseca on his back.
Oh, and a left hand! Sends Fonseca down! Flat on his back! It's over! This kid is a superstar! He did the exact same thing he did to Romero Duno!
The wins were flawless. With so many first-round knockouts, a real test was needed. And so with the rumors of a Linares bout falling in between the cracks, a fight with Britain's Luke Campbell was next on the cards.
Here is King Ryan Garcia!
Seemingly, this was the test that would ultimately silence the critics, one that would catapult Ryan into the mix for world title honors.
You're going to see a lot more of that whenever you see a southpaw and orthodox fighter.
Vowing to dominate and beat Campbell in style, a promising-looking Garcia displayed aggression from the beginning. And using his skill set and previous experience, he went to work.
Campbell trying to just avoid and block.
Though by midpoint of the second, things took an unexpected turn for Ryan, as he failed to avoid a left hand, putting him down for the first time in his career.
Left hand sends the kid down!
A moment of adversity the fans had all been waiting for. To most people's surprise, one that didn't seem to faze the youngster one bit. With Campbell failing to capitalize, Garcia took back control of the rounds, hurting and outboxing Luke until the 7th, where one shot to the body seemed to be one shot too many.